And welcome back, everybody. Another edition here of the Auburn Undercover Podcast on the 24/7 Sports Network. My name is Nathan King, joined here today by Christian Clemente. We also have a special guest joining us today. I think you guys are going to be very interested to hear from new Auburn wide receiver Jyaire Shorter, the North Texas transfer. Had a great season last year at North Texas, caught 11 touchdowns, 628 yards. And Jyaire, thanks so much for joining us today. And I guess how has it felt this week finally being a part of the Auburn program?
It feels pretty good because I feel like the process before that, just entering the portal, it was like very stressful, like trying to decide what school I'm gonna go to and everything. But after I went to Auburn, took my little visit, and everything went good there, talking to the coaches, like the environment, everything there. It just felt like home to me. So I feel pretty good being a part of the Auburn family now. Can't wait to get started.
Yeah, Jyaire, what was it like after you committed? Was there kind of a rush of follows, a rush of kind of reactions?
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was pretty crazy. I got a lot of followers still been going up. Twitter, Instagram was blowing up. The Auburn fans, they like their football players. I can see that. So it was a lot going on when I committed, posted everything. Phone was blowing up. Coaches congratulating me every day. Family members, just other Auburn pages and like just fans just hitting my DMs. Like it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, and by the way, speaking of which, Auburn fans, you guys can go follow him on Twitter at YoungShorter5 and on Instagram _YoungShorter. Jyaire, I guess just walk us through a little bit of your football journey. You know, how you ended up at North Texas, and I know that you dealt with a couple injuries when you were there, but man, when you were healthy and available, I think between those two seasons that you were the healthiest, you had 20 touchdowns through those couple years. So I guess just walk us through your football journey now ending up at Auburn.
The football journey. Well, I started playing football when I was 7. And crazy part is I was really better at basketball than football. But when high school came, I just decided to take, I guess, football more serious because I feel like I got a better chance to get drafted in the NFL than like playing basketball. So I just started taking football more serious. And how I ended up at North Texas, I went on an official visit, and my coach back then was Coach Fulani and Coach Graham Harrell, and the visit went good. Coach Luttrell was my head coach. It just felt like home there and just made me feel like I was going to come there and just do special things. And my family really loved them. They loved my family. And just the environment here at North Texas was pretty good. So that's how I really ended up at North Texas. I like the school and everything here.
Yeah, for you, what was it where you decided, hey, I want to spend my last year somewhere else? Was it kind of an opportunity to take the next step in a sense?
You can say that, and then really just because we got a whole new coaching staff, we only had like one returning coach return, so like our whole coaching staff gone, got a new head coach, and it was like nothing against the new guys that we got because I feel like there's some pretty good dudes. It's just I got 2 years of football left, and I just feel like I don't want to wait and see like what they're trying to do, like if they're trying to figure stuff out and like how they're gonna coach this year. I just want to go somewhere where I can have a better opportunity of just playing one more year and just trying to go to the league and just put my skills at the highest level. So I just feel like I had to, I guess, enter the portal. Because I feel like I can go make a bigger impact somewhere else. And like last year I only had 23 catches. I feel like I deserve to have more than just like 23 catches. And I deserve to get more targets. So I just feel like going somewhere else, having a better chance of just being more exposed and just playing with, I guess, a better team and actually trying to win something because I haven't really won anything since I've been at North Texas in for 4 years. 5 years I haven't won nothing. We went to the championship, we lost, and I haven't won like no bowl game. So just better opportunity. So I just feel like I had to enter the portal.
Yeah, you mentioned your numbers last season, 23 catches, but you had a touchdown on almost half of those catches on the season. Let's see here, it's 27.3 yards per reception for you. That was the most in the country. And I guess for you as a receiver, you know, what do you sort of pride yourself on in terms of your skill set, and what do you think has made you so successful in being able to get the ball downfield and I guess make explosive plays? Because throughout your North Texas career, you know, every time you touch the ball, if you're able to get your hands on it, you were liable to make a big play.
Really, well, I feel like it made me into like the player I am today is really my freshman year coming to college. I guess it kind of like humbled me because I thought I was going to come in, start, and just do what I was doing in high school. But I came in and I actually redshirted my freshman year. Didn't really play like that. I played like maybe 3 games, and I had 2 good role models in front of me, so I wasn't really tripping over that. But I just feel like that humbled me and like that made me work harder. And like every time after that, I just cherished being out there and leading the other guys. And I don't know, me just scoring or like trying to score. I feel like I try to score every time I touch the ball because I don't know how many times I'm gonna be able to touch the ball just because of the offense we was running and everything and like how the coaches was and everything. So I just kind of pride myself on like my work ethic and just every time I touch the ball, do something with the ball. Don't just be out there, just being out there, just touch the ball, try to go score. And that was just my mindset. So I feel like every time I touch the ball, I gotta score. So I feel like that really just prides me, just not work ethic and everything.
Yeah, Jyaire, I want to talk about, before we get into Auburn a little more, I want to talk about the portal process. You talked about it being chaotic. We've talked with some of Auburn's guys that they've already got. Waldo Fairweather said, the second he entered the portal, coaches were calling him, hitting him up. I mean, can you just talk about that a little bit? Getting texts, getting calls, different area codes from different coaching staffs. Just what is that process like?
Hitting the portal, it was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie to you. Like the second I hit the portal, it was not even 3 minutes. I was getting texts like, "Hit me up. This is Coach so and so." Just coaches blowing my phone up here and there. I'm talking to like the OC, the receiver coach, the player director, everybody. I feel like it really was stressful. It was really too much. So I enjoyed it because I was trying to just see where I wanted to go play football at next. But it really was a lot. I feel like it was just too stressful. So I really just wanted to go to the schools I wanted to go to, like the official visits and see how everything was, and really just trying to get this process over with so I can just go focus on just playing football and not worrying about like where I'm gonna go play football, like talking to this coach and talking to this coach. Because at some point it got to the point where coach is calling me 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even up yet, so like it got kind of annoying. So I'm glad I made this choice. I'm glad I'm going to the Auburn Tigers.
When you got the call from whether it was Hugh Freeze or Marcus Davis or Phil Montgomery, what was it about the conversations with them that made you say, okay, I want to get down there. I want to go take a visit and make this a real possibility?
Let me see. Really, Coach Davis hit me up first, but last year, my receiver GA, him and Coach Davis are like just cool friends, and I just feel like the conversation I had with Coach Davis basically was the conversation I was having with my old GA from last year, and they just real people. They just understand like what players go through and just how we think, and just they not too much older than us. So I just feel like they're gonna keep it real and just make sure we straight and take care of me. So I feel like the conversation I had with Coach Davis is just like having a conversation with my old GA coach, and I just felt like he meant everything he was saying. And when I went there for the visit, and I even met Coach, the director of personnel, Trevon Reed, I met him. Same thing. He was just a real person. They know what we're going through, and I just feel like it felt like home. Like I can just be comfortable around them. So that really felt good. And then even speaking to Coach Hugh Freeze, he's a good dude, and he was just telling me everything I needed to hear, and just knowing they're gonna have my back with everything. Even with all the injuries I've been through, they ready for me to get there and just show what I can do. So I feel like that was just really that's what I needed to hear.
Yeah, you visited like a week and a half or so before you actually committed. When did you know, or when did you commit to the staff? When did you tell them like, hey, I'm coming?
I committed on Tuesday. I was working on my paperwork and stuff like maybe a day before. Like that Sunday, like around Sunday, I had told them, and we was already starting to process everything, sending me paperwork and everything. They was very excited, ready to get me there. Talking to him, Coach Davis and Coach Freeze, it was very excited to get me there. So I really knew I was going to be a Tiger around that Saturday, Sunday. I just had to sign my papers and everything, and then that's when I posted it on Tuesday.
You mentioned when you visited that you thought the offense that Hugh Freeze is getting ready to run at Auburn. You said it was similar to what you did at North Texas. Can you kind of walk us through, what are some of the similarities that you saw and kind of, what are the things that made you, kind of look at the tape and say, this is a lot like what I'm used to running at North Texas?
Really, for one, Coach Montgomery, OC. Thanks to Coach Montgomery, the OC at Auburn. He used to coach at Tulsa, and my OC last year he used to coach at Tulsa too. So that's really where they got this. It's the same offense that we got. They ran at Tulsa. So people already here to North Texas, and that's the same offense I guess Auburn used to run or was running last year, and they're gonna be running this year too. So it's really like the same offense, like just a lot of choice routes and stuff like that. Just I feel like I can come in and fit this offense like perfectly because I already know like what I'm doing, and it's just like a little more like a few nicks and tweaks that Auburn has that we didn't run because they run more stuff over there. But it's really like the same offense. So I just feel like they just want to take shots, throw the ball, and like I feel like I can come in and be that deep threat they need.
Yeah, what were the conversations kind of like and what they needed in a receiver? We talked about it earlier when I interviewed you after you committed, but kind of felt like they needed a leader and some experience there. What were those kind of conversations like?
Oh yeah, not the knocking the guys just already there. He just said that they need like more bigger bodies and like just more like game time experience, because I guess some of the guys there that haven't really been like on the field a lot like that. They don't have like a lot of game time experience. Plus, this is gonna be my 6th year, so I done played a lot of football. So I just feel like they need more experience in that room. I feel like I can come there and help them. I can come lead them guys and just help them take it to the next level and just try to win the championship. So I feel like the conversation that me and coach had about the receiver room, I feel like I can come in and be an impact and just lead the other guys, just show them like what a leader is, and just I got a lot of game time experience, so I can just come there and help them out and just critique. We can help each other really. So I know I got stuff I need to work on myself. I know they can help me out. So just really help each other out and just make it a better wide receiver room.
How well do you know Larry Nixon? I guess
that's
we all
my
having
best,
conversations.
Yeah, that's my best friend on my team. Him and a couple more dudes here. But Larry, that used to be my roommate out here. So that's like my best friend. So we was having a conversation the whole time, like during the portal and everything.
Did that start to influence, at least in the slightest, did that influence your decision at all? The fact that he was also considering Auburn?
Yeah, like it really did, because we was either gonna go to Auburn or like go somewhere close to each other just because how close we are. But when we both knew that Auburn wanted us and liked us a lot, we was talking about it. I mean, we went on other school visits and everything, but we kind of knew like where we was gonna be at, and we knew Auburn was the place just because we would live together. I don't know him for 5 years, so like we got a good bond, and just going to Auburn, just knowing he's coming with me and knowing I know somebody there already, and I can be comfortable, I guess you can say that, and have somebody already out there and just not have to meet like more new people. But just having him there, I feel like it'll make the transferring process easier, because I ain't never transferred. I've been here the whole time. So it'll make the transferring process easier, just knowing he's there for me and everything.
What kind of player is he at linebacker? What is he bringing to Auburn?
Oh no, he's a dude. Auburn fans gonna love what they see from Larry. He saw on the sideline. He's making every tackle. He's in the backfield. Whatever you need Larry to do, he will do. He's that guy on defense.
Are y'all rooming together again at Auburn?
Oh yeah, we already got a little spot out there. We setting everything up right now, but we definitely rooming again, sir.
There you go.
Jyaire, I wanted to ask you if you know anything about Peyton Thorne, the quarterback that they picked up, and I guess how important is it going to be? They've got a lot of transfer guys. You're coming in. You got a transfer quarterback coming in. Obviously, they picked up another wide receiver. How important is this summer going to be for y'all to get down there and kind of get that connection before fall camp starts?
Let me see. I don't know too much about Peyton, but I looked up his stats and I was having a couple conversations with him, and he seems like he's a great guy. He's a great football player just by what I looked up. And if he did that in the Big Ten, I feel like he can definitely come do that in the SEC. So, I feel like he'd be a good asset. And all the portal guys that we got, I feel like this summer gonna be pretty big, because we got to all get in the playbook, learn the plays, because we all new here, so we got to just get in the playbook, learn the plays, and just start running routes and just catching, make sure our timing and everything right, just make sure we're on the same page, so like when fall camp and the season comes, we don't have like no worries and everything. So just make sure this summer is pretty big. Summer is very big. Just make sure we get everything down in the playbook and just get our chemistry right and everything.
Jyaire, last one, because we'll let you go after this. We know you're busy trying to do paperwork and move and do all that stuff. I know it's a little chaotic, but I'm going to open up for you. I'm going to give you the floor, just your message to the Auburn fans. They're super fired up about how the portal has been going. They're fired up to get you and ready for this season. What's your message to those fans out there?
My message, I know last year, I guess they didn't have like the season I guess y'all wanted to have, but this year with all the new portal guys and I just like the coaching staff that we have now and everything. We're gonna have a good team, a good season. We're gonna be competing for championship, and just stick with us. I know it's gonna be a long season, but just stick with us. We got you guys. We're gonna have a great season. We're gonna have some fun, and we're just trying to bring a home championship. And I just can't wait to come play in front of you guys.
Jyaire, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, everybody listen, you guys can follow him on Twitter at YoungShorter5 and on Instagram at _YoungShorter. New Auburn wide receiver, Jyaire Shorter. Thank you so much for joining us. We're looking forward to getting to know you better and seeing you play this fall.